Going live with my doodling today. Usually, I've been doing a lot with my dancing, but I just got back from vacation. I was in Venice and I got a new pen. So, Murano glass is very prevalent there in Venice. They make it right there in Italy. And so, this is the new pen that I bought. And my daughter bought me a bunch of these really cool Winsor and Newton inks for Christmas. And so I thought I would give them a go. And you are going to get to see how it goes for me. If I can get it out of the box here. There we go. So here's my pen. And it came with some ink here. But I want to try this ink that my daughter got me. This green ink. I have this Christmas tree. It's just a stencil. And yeah, so we're going to give it a go and see how it goes. Hopefully I keep this Christmas tree in the frame. I forgot to use some tape. Let me grab some tape just to mark my place so that I stay in frame. There we go. So if I keep it on this, hopefully you'll be able to see well. I'm trying to use natural lighting. That might not be the best idea, but we'll see how it goes. So this is just some watercolor paper I had. And we'll see how it goes. Let me move a little closer to this light. Nope, I don't like it. Casting shadows. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. I have a design idea I want to try, and feel free to work along with me. So really all you need is a piece of paper and any pen that you have. When I tried these pens, I liked how much ink they were able to hold. So this is not holding ink the way the pen they gave me held ink. Oh, there it goes. Okay, well, I am not having the control that I had with the other pen. I think this nib is wider than the one I tried in the store. So I think I'm just going to use this to paint in. Right, so with any new product, you have to figure out how it works with pressure, the paper that you're using. Yeah, so I normally do really fine designs, and I don't think that this nib's gonna allow me to do that. It's a little more like a fill nib. Dang it. That's why I should have tried this one before I bought it. But I liked how it looked better than the other pen. That was my mistake. So I'm learning that I need to give it a little pressure to get the ink to flow out of the nib. That's true with any of these kinds of pens. And my paper really drinking up the ink pretty quickly before I can do much with it. The other thing is this ink seems to be separating. Like, I feel like I can see the different colors that are in it. Do you see that? Maybe it's just me. Well, it's a pretty pen, but at the moment, I'm not loving how it's working on this paper. I'm also So having trouble filling the nib. It was easier with the other pen that I tried. I like to really drench it, I guess. So whenever I am trying something new, I like to just have something forgiving, right? A Christmas tree is a pretty forgiving design, and I can do the background. Oh dear, I hope I'm not shaking the camera as I do this. I totally am. All right, so this table is not best. I chose this table because I could get it in front of my window. We have some nice diffuse light out there today. I live in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we're having unusually warm weather. So now you know why we usually like to work with felt tip markers or a regular pen, because you don't have to keep reloading them. Now I kind of like that. I feel like the glass pens hold more ink than your traditional calligraphy pen, but I should have considered what I wanted this pen for when I bought it, because it's got a fat nib. It doesn't provide the fine control that I usually like to do. So sorry you're ending up watching me just color this in, basically. Okay, so there we have our Christmas tree colored in using this Winsor & Newton Emerald. And it's gone on a little uneven, but I kind of like it. I like that it's not just flat, but I think it's really weird that there seems to be a yellow separation going on in there. So I'm just trying to fill in some parts that I think are a little bit lacking. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry now. And then I'll do my normal kind of drawing on top of that. Let me set that aside. I have another tree here. I'm gonna try to draw. Now that I know how it works, it still might not go well for me, but I'm gonna give it a go and we'll see what happens. So I'm just gonna do I'm not sure how to build this nib. Let's see. Maybe I'm not pushing right enough. There we go. got that working a little better. Still not quite what I'm used to, but I wonder if it needs to be more up and down. No. Boy, I have to hit it just right, or it does not want to work with me. Whew. Yep, that just did that to me. I'll try again. Gosh, I really don't know how to work this pen. So this is where things look easier than they are, right? How hard can it be to draw loop-de-loops with any old pen? Well, this one seems to want you to hold it just right. I'm getting a little better. But this is a design that you can try. You just start by drawing your loop-de-loops. I'm just filling in the space between here with the ink. I don't know that this is reading particularly well, but we're giving it a full college try. So make my loop, and then I just draw a line up to from the bottom of one side to the top of the other. And then I put these little lines in here. I don't have the fine control I'm used to having with this technique, but I am just practicing how to use this pen. What kind of hold does it need? Oh, got too much ink in there. Oh dear. So I can't really say that this was a success, but that's okay. Not everything we make has to be a masterpiece. It's kind of pitiful. I'm gonna just go ahead and color this in if I can. Okay, another Christmas tree I'm gonna set to the side to dry because it didn't go as well as I would like. So now I have this ornament. I have a design I want to try on it. I'm not super hopeful because I'm not doing very well, but we'll see. So for this design, we start I think to get good results from this, I'm going to have to draw bigger than I'm used to. Yeah, because this nib is a rather, it's not as fine as I usually work. So it does work. It's just not quite the way I would like it to be. Well, I got lucky and I managed to get my design to line up here. So that part of it went well. See, I'm just going to color inside of here. Do my outline. Oh, see, it's so wide. I'm not used to working wide like this. This one has a really big gap, so I'm going to put a little decorative circle in that one. So what do you think about how this looks? Let me know. Sometimes it's not easy to try new things, especially when you get good results with what you've always done. It's hard to try new things. But the colors of these inks my daughter gave me and this pen kind of inspired me to step outside the box and try something new, see what kind of results I would get. So if you look on my Instagram, Sherry Barrett Art, you'll see my work tends to be a lot more fiddly, a lot more fine, patient work. This is a little kind of big for me, but I'm kind of liking it. What do you think? I wonder if I can make that design again on the inside. I don't think so. I'm gonna try just putting some leafy things in here and see how that goes. Getting it to do what I want it to do. Yeah, that was supposed to be a thin line. No such thing as thin lines with this pen. Not gonna happen. Oh my goodness. Interesting. Big old fatty lines. Clearly, I have to hold it just a certain angle for it to release the ink. Oh my goodness. Look at how that ran. Not good. All right, I'm just gonna put a couple of circles in here to finish up this design. Okay, interesting. I don't know that I can say it's good. I probably should have shaken this ink bottle before I started because the blue and yellow seem to be separating in this green, but I kind of like the weird effect I'm getting. I kind of like seeing the blue and the yellow separated. Huh, weird, huh? I have some yellow over here. I think I'm gonna try to fill in this part with the yellow and see what trouble I get into. Let's see what happens. Let me put this lid on. I'm just gonna rinse my nib. I'll be back. All right, rinsed my nib. Cleans up really nicely. I'm just gonna lay it here on this little holder. I am gonna shake my ink this time. So this is what I'm gonna use next. And see if I can just color in that top of the, oh, it looks orange. Well, this will be interesting. Huh. Yes, I got it all over me. Okay, let's see what happens. Here we go. Now I'm gonna make a line to make sure, because I really don't want them bleeding into each other. Woo! Oh yeah, that's bold. Yeah, I dropped a lot of that on there. Too big. Well, dang, I lost all the cool shape that I had there. Okay. So I don't know that I love how this stuff is working on the watercolor paper. I'm gonna try a different paper real quick. I'm gonna set this here for a second. Let's see what else I have to hand. All right, let's see what this does. So that was watercolor paper. This is Bristol, and I just want to see how it's going to behave. I have a little design on there to help us get going. Okay. So I like this better already because the ink is kind of staying where you put it and it's not bleeding all over the place. So paper matters, people, to get what you want. Well, I'm loving this ink color. It's very pretty. And it's laying really nice on the Bristol. So that's a good discovery. Okay, that went well. That allowed me to push it around really nicely. So I am liking this a whole lot more on here. Let's see if I can do my design on this and it comes out a little better. Let me load my pen. Okay, let's see here. Gosh, I'm having trouble. Oh, I found the right spot, but then I had too much pressure. Shoot. Well, dang. It looks pretty great though, but I used a little too much pressure on it. Would have been great if I had not exerted so much pressure over there. Okay, that came out. This is more of what I had in mind. So paper, the watercolor paper did not agree with me. I am really liking the way this is writing on the Bristol, because I feel like I'm able to keep a lot more control of the colors, of the ink on the paper to get it to do what I'm used to having it do. I'm trying to pick up some of that extra ink. Oh yeah, I like how that's looking. I can put a little circle in there. Still trying to pick up that ink. Put a little circle in here. And I'm going to fill this in. Circle. Okay, I got my circles in there. That's good. So I'm just gonna try to join these up. There we go. Whoops. I saw I had a drip. Got too much in there. See, I don't know. I don't love it, so I'm gonna fill it in. So really, I still think this nib is best for um, coloring in. I don't love it for the fine ink. I did have more control, but I'm still just not quite getting effects that I'm interested in, which is too bad. Too bad. I think I might empty this by trying to put a star on the top of this tree. And there we have it. I think that looks cute on there. I think I might put some ornaments on this one. It should be dry now. Oh boy. Maybe not as dry as I thought it was. All right, well, we have a freckly tree there. We have this ornament. Oh boy, look at how much of the design I lost because of the bleeding. That's weird how the blue separated out. I just don't know what I can do to save this one. I can, yeah, I don't think that this is gonna help save it. Well, I'll do some decorative flourishes on this one. Let's see what I think. Oh, that looks pretty good. flourishes are pretty nice on there. I'm liking that pretty good. I got out of the frame a bit. Well, that doesn't seem to want to work. This pen wants to be put through the paper just so, and I can't seem to get it where it wants it, because I need it to go like that, and it did not want to go like that. Goodness, I can see that I have ink in this and it's not coming out. Shoot. Clearly, I do not know how to manage this ink. It manages me. First time, right? These things happen. I just have to roll with it. Not panic. Keep going. See what happens. You might get a happy outcome. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Well, this was my experiment with the, okay, so here we have my experiment with my glass pen from Venice, Italy. It's a pretty pen, but I don't have good control with it yet. I had better control with a different pen I used in the store, but then I chose this one because it was pretty. And the other nib was longer and thinner, I think. But this was really pretty. I like to just put it in this so it doesn't blow away or roll away. Here's what our Christmas tree came out looking like. And this one. And this one. So I think that's it for today. I guess I should put my chop on it though. So I'll just real quick put my initials on here. We'll see how it goes. Ugly. Oh, I like to put my initials as the star sometimes. If I can pull it off. Ugh, not good. I usually have a really pretty chop, but I don't have good control with this pen. There we have it. Whoops. There we have it. All done. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it.